You're listening to Nordrasil Radio, where gamers rock. Don't forget to visit our YouTube page at www.youtube.com/NordRTV.
You're waiting for this moment. The exclusive interview with Jesse Cox of OMFGcata. Hosted by Crazed and his co-host Apollo. Brought to you only by Nordrasil Radio.
Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? I am your host, Crazed, as always, joined by my co-host, Apollo. We're here today with a... What was that? Anyways, we're here today with a very special guest, Mr. Jesse Cox of OMFGcata. Say
hey. Was that me? Was that my cue?
That was your cue. Yeah, Jesse's dying, to anybody who doesn't know. He's tired.
VidCon was long, and I lost my voice, so, yeah.
Oh. This is perfect timing for you, then.
I know, right? Right?
Yeah. We're going to see the very depressed and tired Jesse, who doesn't want to be awake right now.
What? I am totally awake. Everything about me is good to go except my voice, so, you know, okay. What? It's like I don't need that for radio.
Yeah, of course. We just need your face and the occasional whimper to know you're there. It's all good. It's all good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's kick her off, shall we? Before we begin, we're just going to go over the quick format of the show that we're doing. This time, we're going to be doing a little bit differently. It's going to be two 45-minute segments, and then an extra little special segment for the fans at the end. So the two 45-minute segments are going to be me and Apollo going over questions for Mr. Jesse Cox, yeah. And then after that,
excited. I would sing a song, but I'm not good at singing, so.
Yeah, we're happy. We're happy. And then because we love our viewers so much, we want you guys to be able to have. This is kind of a thing we do with our show, where we like to have our listeners have an active role in what we talk about on the show. So the last segment, which if we have two 45-minute segments, that should be another 45-minute segment for you guys as well. You guys will be able to, I guess, peg questions for Jesse. We'll select them and we'll ask him, and you know, it'll go from there. But anyways, without further ado, let us begin. So Jesse, are you ready?
I am ready. Toad. I think I found my range. I'm okay. I can't do high because I sound like that. But I can do this the entire time. If that's okay. That's what I'm gonna do. Be like, hey, hey there, guys. How's it going? That's what's happening. That's what's happening
on our show.
It's done. It's happening.
Yes. Make sure everybody has their alcoholic beverages. We are ready for this. We have to buckle in for 2 hours. It's going to be a long one. But anyways, without further ado, let us begin. Before we get to the questions, though, Jesse, if any of our listeners have been living under a rock for their entire life, basically, would you like to quickly just sum up your show? Or who you are, what you do, to anybody who doesn't know?
Yeah. I run a YouTube channel called OMFGcata. It's the most poorly named YouTube channel in existence. And we do, playthroughs, Q&As, fun little videos now and again, all sorts of different stuff. Gaming-oriented, but not in the I'm trying to show off to the internet how good I am. It's more just having fun and enjoying the game and being silly. That's what we do. Is that good enough? Is that a good enough answer? Is that good enough?
It's a great answer.
Works.
It's a great answer.
The people who've been living under a rock now understand. They know.
Good.
If you
good rock
if
people.
If you don't know who
good.
Jesse Cox is, you should go to his channel and probably look up his videos because they're incredible. But anywho,
I'm letting you know right now that if rock people are listening, I want you on my side. When the apocalypse comes, I need rock people for my army. My army of the damned.
Rock people.
Get on that, rock people.
We are a rock radio, so that's pretty much all we play.
People. Rock people. I want them. I want you guys.
Yes. Anyhow, let's start off with the questions then, I guess. Seeing as how we've come prepared. We're professionals, guys. We got this. Don't worry.
Professional.
Okay.
Oh, Okay.
You might be professionals. I am not. I'm going to sit here and eat fruit snacks. Continue being professional.
Yes. Fruit snacks and alcohol.
They're cherry.
Those two things right
they're
now.
cherry fruit snacks, and they're delicious.
Cherry fruit snacks and alcohol. I'm just saying, you have to do it that way.
Marshmallow vodka?
That's the only way you're going to get through
Jesse.
the show.
That's the worst stuff in the world.
All right. Let's start this. Yes, I do have a paper here, guys. I am somewhat actually taking this seriously. Okay. So, I have written down several questions, each with an asterisk beside them to help me remember my thought process, I guess. Okay, so, Jesse, this is a question I never intended to ask you until I was searching around for a picture of you to use in a video. I swear to God, I wasn't creeping. I was making an announcement video for this interview.
Sure, yeah.
That being said, it can't be used against me in court. But anywho, I found a picture of you that led to a website that eventually it said you used to be a teacher.
This is all true. This is all true.
This is true, yes. And I was just standing there, like, looking at the screen. I was like, is that Jesse? I was, like, craning my head, kind of like shutting one eye, putting it in a different light, because I couldn't really tell. I was like, then I discovered, oh shit, that's fucking Jesse! So, you want to elaborate a little bit on the whole teaching thing? Like, what was that like? How'd you go from teaching to doing videos, and what was your teaching experience like?
What did you
Get ready.
teach?
I taught humanities, which is a fancy word of saying history. But, yeah, so, long story short, if you go to college for theater and history and you double major in both, the only job you're going to get, besides being homeless, is a teacher. So, I went to, when I was in college, I did theater, thinking like, I'll do theater the rest of my life, ha-ha! And I was like, I'll be smart and get a history major as a backup. So, 5 years later, I emerged from college, fresh, looking for a job, and because theater, acting, whatever jobs rarely come around, and when they do, they don't last very long, you need like a legitimate real job. So I was like, I'll teach. That should be fun. Little did I know how much hard work it would be, and little did I know where I would end up teaching. So my first job was kind of like Dangerous Minds, if you remember that movie, with Michelle Pfeiffer, and she goes to teach the inner city kids about life. Well, it was like that.
No one remembers that movie.
It's the song. It's a song like "Been spending most our lives living in a gangster's paradise." So where that song came from. So you should know Coolio. But needless to say, I ended up teaching kids that were basically court ordered to be there, and they were the bad kids in the school, and so I had to teach them. It was essentially babysitting 17-year-olds, 16 and 17-year-olds.
So did you get like...
Mind you, 9th grade 16, 17-year-olds, but yeah, it was really bad. I can say that I had a lot of fun, but at the same time, it was so much work. That's why I'm convinced. I worked there for 2 years. I could not work there anymore. It was not pleasant. That's a really tough job. And anyone who's a teacher or wants to be a teacher, it's a tough job. You have my full blessing if you think you want to do it, or if it's like your dream to educate the youth of America. But you will not get enough credit. Yeah, you'll be horribly underpaid. Yeah. And everyone will hate on you for everything you do. It's kind of like YouTube. But with that said, it's very rewarding, but it's just not for me. Because you know me. If you watch my videos, I'm never serious. So trying to pretend to be serious around a bunch of kids who don't want to be serious is like the most stressful job in the world. So yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
So just get like escorted to your room so you wouldn't get shanked?
No. See, it was in Columbus, Ohio. So I moved from New York to Columbus. And it's to say that even though these kids thought they were hardcore gangsta G's, they really weren't. Like the guys that I knew from New York, those were hardcore people. Like these guys were wannabe Crips and Bloods, and so I mean, they were all talk basically. So I really feared nothing. I mean, essentially they were really nice kids, but their like life had just taken a dump on them, and so they went through some crazy stuff. So I don't hold it against them. They were just wild ones, I guess.
Yeah. Teaching. When I found that out, I just couldn't believe it. I never saw you as a teacher. It weirded me out.
Don't worry, you and everyone else. No one saw me as a teacher. But again, like I said, what are you going to do with a history? Because history is a really easy thing for me because it's fact, it's memorization, right? And it's memorization and analysis. So if you can figure out what happened and then why it happened, history is really easy for you. Mind you, I still say this today, I would have rather been a scientist. At least then I could have contributed something worthwhile.
Yeah. And made money. Now it's just like, if you're a teacher, I'm gonna trust you with my children, the most sacred thing in the world, and I'm gonna pay you the same amount as a Sarkhan employee. America. Or I guess everywhere. It's Canada too. We're no better. But yeah.
So, what about the voice acting? How'd you get into that?
Drew's switching her up.
I've been doing that for a while. High school, I did a lot of acting. In school and out. And then in college, I did some more. And I think what really set me on a voice acting thing, and it's really weird that I say this because I'm not a big anime fan, but the show Cowboy Bebop really had an effect on me, like voice-wise.
Steve Bloom.
Because I think the actors in that were really good. Yeah, I'm a huge Steve Bloom fan, so
yeah,
even though he's the man of one voice, he's still really good at that one voice. So
yeah, that one voice is the best voice.
Yeah, like he has that voice on lockdown. So
yeah, you hear that voice, you instantly recognize it, and you're like, this is good. I like this. I want to hear more of this voice.
Yeah, and what's weird is I know he does other voices. Like, I have met the man. I've actually heard his real demo reel that he like ships off to people. I know he can do a ton of voices, but no one cares. Like, he's that one voice. Yeah. So, but
it's funny. They mentioned in an interview one time that they brought up how he only had one voice, and he was going on about this character he did, and it was basically like, "Hey guys," like something like that, a voice like that.
Right.
I forget the name of the character, but that dude has a ton of voices. But you only want that gruff voice because it's recognizable, I guess, and it sounds awesome.
Right. Like everyone needs that gruff voice character in their, I guess, everything they make. But so that show really had an effect on me, and so I moved away from acting more towards. I got an internship at a radio station, started doing stuff with like online fan dubs and things like that, and from there, I made sort of I guess a really bootleg demo, and I put that together, and then joined. I think Voice 123 was the website. And so, and you had to pay like $200 some for a year's worth of access, but it gave you auditions and stuff. So what happened was then I started doing, I auditioned there and found out how their system works because it's really selective and it's, you have to really focus your voice at what you're good at. And so eventually I started getting a lot of roles, and then I could make a legitimate demo reel, and then I shipped that legitimate demo reel off to agents, and then I got an agent, and then the agent helped me make a real demo reel, and then now I am a voice actor. It's crazy. But keep in mind, that little bit there took 8, 9, 10 years from when I started college to today. Yeah.
Who would think that voice acting would take so long?
Yeah.
I know for a lot of people, they assume it's weird. It's strange. I guess people's perception of time is weird when it comes to stuff like that, because you see people voicing stuff that have been doing it for a long time, or you see people who just appear and they're really good at their job. Chances are they've been doing it far longer than you've known of their existence doing it, because it's a long process. You have to get really good at it, and you have to do a lot of different things to hone your craft. But it's tough. It's not an easy thing.
Interesting.
It's funny, you never actually like, if you really know nothing about voice acting, like, for an average person to just, like, hear how much work you have to go into, that's kind of mind-blowing. Like, when you think of voice acting, it's just like, well, you're talking into a mic and making awesome voices, but you never really think just how much actual work and time would have to go into it.
It's weird. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, you're talking into a mic making voices. Like, that's it. But
yeah,
it's like you can't voice act without knowing how to act. So acting is creating a voice and making every emotion and every physical movement come out of your voice rather than a camera on you doing it. So it's really awkward now when I do camera stuff because I don't know what to do with my hands, because when you're in a booth, you can move your hands and stuff, but you can't be, boisterous and make crazy gestures because you'll just knock around the mic. So it's really weird. That's why you don't see a lot of voice actors crossing over into acting and vice versa. Even though I guess now there's a real big kick on having celebrity voices for big movies, but you never really see it the other way. People who go into voice acting rarely. I mean, they might have bit roles as like murdered man number 4 on Law and Order, but they don't have like major roles. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's also kind of interesting. Like, there's an opposite end of the spectrum to that too. Like, more often than not, you kind of see actors going into the voice acting more than you see voice actors going into acting. If you want to look at it that way. Like,
exactly.
Captain Anderson, whoever voices him, like he's a huge actor, but he's also like he voice acts a lot of stuff.
I'm trying to think. It blew my mind the other day. I was looking at the cast for, I think, The Legend of Korra. And my favorite bit of trivia is Mako, one of the guys, is played by Bud Bundy, the guy who played Bud Bundy in Married with Children, which cracked me up because I remember him being a little boy trying to get laid constantly, and now he's a cartoon. It was entertaining.
Oh, how that changes. So what would you say is your like most memorable experience with voice acting? Like, what's the biggest project you've ever worked on, and what kind of what sticks with you the most?
Memorable experience? I'll tell you this right up. I'm not going to name the name of the company, but I'll tell you the story because it involves me sort of cheating. One of the biggest things I'll tell anyone about anything to do with, and I'll use air quotes even though you can't see it, the industry. When it comes to Hollywood, I guess Austin to an extent, because that's where a lot of voice stuff is done. But when it comes to voice acting, anything, video games, YouTube, whatever, you got to fake it till you make it. And so my very first major role was I got a call. Well, I saw this thing online that was for a voice acting thing, and I was like, oh, I can do this. So I sent them a message, and they said, well, we're only looking for talent in the local area. And I was like, son of a... Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I'm totally in the area. They're like, okay, great, sounds good. We'll pay, like $1,500. It will be, just a little bit of your time. You can come out. I was like, sounds wonderful. I flew out there the day before, got a hotel, went there, did the lines, flew back. In the end, I think I actually spent more money to get there and do the lines than I did actually getting the project. But it was to get a big project on my resume, and I was just like, yeah, great, wonderful, taking it. It's that kind of stuff. It's so I can say, look what I did, and people will be like, wow, okay, he must be a professional, right? It's that kind of stuff you just have to do, and it's really sneaky, really underhanded. But that was my very first voice acting thing. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm totally in the area. Yep.
That's devious.
It worked.
Okay. It worked, though, yeah. So, anything else you want to add to voice acting? Like, what kind of games you've done? I mean, videos, movies, stuff like
unfortunately, for my own happiness, I do not do a lot of game voiceovers. I do a lot of commercials, industrial work, which is like, when I say industrial, it's not like some guy making, I don't know, lead. I have no clue what industrial. But it's more like, if you've ever had a job where they make you sit down and watch a video that's like, welcome to McDonald's. you're a new employee, and here are some training rules that will go over. Like those kind of garbage things, right? I do a lot of those.
Oh, yeah.
I do a few indie games now and again. I've done 2 or 3 sort of major games, but 2 of them I can't talk about, and one of them never got released, which is really funny. I did a game called This is Vegas for Midway, right? And that was 2007's when I recorded that. And the end of the year is when Midway went bankrupt, so the game just never got released. It was heartbreaking to me. I was like, no! Because I did a ton of voices for that game. So it was heartbreaking. But there's 2 others that I can't really talk about. There's a lot of indie games, a lot of iPhone app games, stuff like that. But nothing too major when it comes to games or animation, stuff like that. Although I would love to, but yeah, right now all I do is like, I just got done doing a commercial for, I guess, I don't know if this is a national chain, but it's a burrito place called Freebirds. So I don't know if that's national, but they make burritos, and they're delicious. Because there's one down the street. So I was like, I got this commercial. Because I eat there. I know what these burritos taste like. They are delicious. They are delicious. So, yeah.
What,
Oh, God. I'm looking at the chat.
What character do you prefer to voice act in like a video game? Like some badass guy, or I don't know, maybe a fairy?
I
did voice a fairy in Han.
I remember the fairy.
Heroes of New Earth. In Heroes of New Earth, one of the alt characters, I am the voice of a fairy. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But
you and TB, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think the Ozcast has voices in there too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did too.
When it comes to actual like, it's easy for me to do like really cheesy, like I'm gonna kill you or something. But I don't know. I kind of like voices where I have to experiment and do stuff. I can't say what it's for, but I'm part of a really big project that is happening, and during one scene, I'm a lot of like I'm a main character, but then I'm a lot of like additional characters. And during one scene, I portray a minotaur raping a cow. So that's
What?
the thing.
What?
What?
I'm a minotaur.
Makes perfect sense. It makes perfect
I'm a
sense.
minotaur who does not speak, who rapes a cow.
So you just like grunting?
You know,
Somewhere there is footage of me just grunting like a minotaur.
Why is this a thing? Why is this a thing?
Someone's
Oh my god!
Someone's
I
gonna
can't tell you anything about the project, but I'll let you know it's coming soon.
Oh god!
someone's gonna make a dubstep remix of you grunting.
Is it a World of Warcraft machinima?
Cannot tell you a thing about it. I'm sorry.
Oh damn. Yeah, but speaking of machinima, you do a lot of work in that. Like, it's almost crazy just how many roles you played in machinima. Like, I think the most recent one is I can't remember it was the Return of the Ashbringer. It was for WoW Machinima is the most recent one I remember, and that was like a 2-hour long video or movie basically.
It's really weird because I remember doing those voices years ago. Like the way voice acting works is I could do voices for someone and then the project not be complete for like a few years later. But yeah, I did that. I claim my own personal claim to fame that I haven't won them, but the videos I've been in have won 7 out of the 8 grand prizes in Blizzard contests that they've had over the years. So that's like, I'm like, yeah, you should just hire me already, Blizzard. They never will, but they should.
Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. It was the Blizzard one recently for BlizzCon 2012. You were in a video for that, but yeah, it's pretty crazy, just how much work you've done in that. Anything else you want to add for the voice acting?
Well, like I said, that comes down to doing amateur stuff. Like, right, no one pays you jack for those, but you do them to get your name out there, to get more practice, to, like I said, hone your craft of voice acting. So I know a lot of people are like, I want to do this professionally, and I want to do it. I want to be an anime. My best advice if you're starting out, find some place like the Voice Acting Alliance, or just Google that. And it's just a place where people do radio plays and not vlogs, and dubs, and all sorts of different things. And you just get better and better the more you do it. And it's a place where you can do it more. And they do a lot of machinima stuff there. It's trust me, very cool. You like it.
Yeah. It's interesting. It also brings up another thing that you've talked about a lot in with your YouTube stuff. It's basically that YouTube is a huge kind of acting thing you do a lot, and growing a shell and all that. You want to kind of talk about your experience with making videos for YouTube, like with people to view and all that, because there are good viewers, and then there are the asshats who are the trolls that basically exist just to hate you, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I think the biggest thing people need to realize when they focus on, I guess, trolls, we'll say, is a lot of them, you want to get really mad at them and hate them for being just, as you said, asshats. But really, you don't know these people. And sure, they're probably, doing this just sheer pleasure of being mean. But this could be like some 12-year-old kid. And you don't, as much as I want to curse this kid out and hate on him, you don't know what's going on with this kid. You don't know his problems. And so even though he's being ruthless, it could just be a 12-year-old. And so you can't be on there like, I'm going to find you and I'm going to kill you, right? but at the same time, every once in a while, people will say something that will really get to me, and I'll just go off on them. Even though it's totally inappropriate, and I guess this comes with the territory of reading comments. Like I mentioned in my last Q&A that people said, how do you take criticism? And I said, you just don't. There's people who read the comments, internalize it, try to figure out like if these people are just trolling or being honest, and then they try to get past the criticism and move on. But then there's other people who just don't read it at all, and there is no one I know who can say like, oh well, screw those haters. Like, that's my favorite part about rap music is almost every, I guess we'll say, like, rap superstar has at least one lyric and one song where it's like, forget my haters, because I'm the best with gators. I'm a horrible rapper. So, yeah. But the idea is, like, they have all these lyrics. Like, I was listening to a song the other day, and the guy was like, forget my haters. I almost love them, right? And he's like, I don't get them. This whole song is about, like, people who hate on you. That's great. And I know that you're trying to say that you're above that, but, dude, you just wrote a whole song to them. Like, I guess it's that.
Yeah.
So I guess it's that thing where if I reply to a troll and the fans are like, Jesse, what the hell are you doing? They're right. I mean, essentially, if you're going to say I'm above being trolled, you wouldn't even talk about it anyway. You completely ignore it, which is why no one's above trolling. That's why it's so effective, right? It's criticism without being critical. It's just, you suck. Like, I mean, seriously, it's just like, gay! Like, that's a comment. How does that help? That's not criticism. That's trolling.
No.
Yeah. So,
and
and so you either take that and say, this guy, like, when you see criticism, it's either, is this real criticism and something that can change, or is this a troll? And if it's someone just being an ass, then you read it, you sort of chuckle, like, this guy is really trying hard to get under my skin, but you move on, right? It hurts a little bit. You're like, that's unnecessary, but thank you. And every once in a while, like, if I work on a really long video that takes me all day to make, and people, the response is like, you suck, I will just lose it. I'll be like, you have no clue what went into this video. But other times, it's, you just have to get past it. It's one of those things that is really tough. And so I keep telling people, if you want to be on YouTube, you gotta just develop a thick skin. And you have to understand that sometimes it will get under your skin, sometimes you will be like, why? Like, no one gets the hard work I do. Like, you'll feel like that sometimes. But you'll also realize that there are all these people who want to watch your stuff, and that's what gets you through. So no matter how bad someone treats you, just look at the views, look at all the people who are like, I love this, and that's how you realize that you're okay. If you have people who want to watch your stuff, then you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, It's interesting that you bring up the amount of effort that goes into it as well, because a lot of people don't realize this, but it doesn't really just come down to playing 20 minutes of a game and then just uploading it. No, it's like, you usually, like, for me, from a personal experience, and I don't even do this full-time like you do, so this must be just crazy for you, but if I make a video and upload it to my YouTube channel, that's about 8 hours of my day, gone, right there. But for someone like you to do it full-time, that's like, well, like you said, you're tired right now, so I imagine that must become like you must soon develop an intimate relationship with 2 in the morning, but people still, don't realize just how much effort goes into it.
It's definitely true. That's the absolute worst part is you spend way too much time doing this. And it's kind of like, how can you tell people who see you for 20-minute chunks a day that you're putting in a ton of effort and them believing you? Like, I can imagine it being a disconnect there, but with that said, I think it's I guess that it's good that there's that illusion there. I'd rather people think it didn't take a lot of time than it did, if that makes any sense.
I can kind of see your point, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather them be like, wow, Jesse looked like he it looks like a really good example is last week sometime, I was doing a Skyrim video. And I was trying to get the beginning of that video so perfectly that I think I might have stopped and restarted the video like 150 times. There's just files and files of like 3...
Wow.
Seriously, I'm not joking. Because I wanted to get it perfect. And it's stuff like that people... You can tell the difference between someone who is actively trying to entertain on YouTube and someone who is just uploading themselves playing a game. There's 2 totally different levels of commitment there. If you're just playing a game, then people just upload like, hey, this is Joe Blow and we're playing a game, and it's just playing a game. But if you're trying to create a story or entertaining...
Anywho, moving on.
You have to... There's 2 different levels, and I think people watch my stuff not because I'm an amazing gamer, because I'm trying to entertain with what I do. So I have to make everything I do entertaining on a level that I think is above what others can offer. So it takes a lot of work. It's really difficult. But with that said, I would not want any other job. I freaking love doing what I do. I love the fans that I've met. Like this weekend at VidCon, I met a ton of fans. I did a panel where we got filthy dirty, just like covered in all sorts of goop. Hung out with the fans. Even after it was over, I was like, "Get over here, we hugging. Like, take this baby food." I had a lot of fun, and I mean, it's that kind of stuff. Like I said, no matter how many people hate on you, no matter how much work you put into stuff, no matter how many hours you do, it's all just a fraction of an annoyance compared to the amount of love you get back in return. So I would never trade this for the world. I'm having a blast.
Yeah, it's the fans that actively support you that make it all worth it, and I'm probably going to regret just kind of bashing White Boy there, but oh well. It'll bite me in the ass later down the line.
Those are the best YouTubers that actually try and not just throw some editing in there, put some wording in there and upload it.
They have their place, but it gets irksome when they try to, I guess, act more important than they are, like White Boy. I mean, I'm using him as an example because less... I'm going to regret this later down the line. But anywho, yeah, I mean, there's kind of like you see the huge difference between YouTubers who just like play 5 minutes of Call of Duty or go through like thousands of games trying to get that perfect one and then spend 5 minutes editing and then talking over it and then uploading it. And then you see the ones like you that actively try to entertain. Go, Joe.
Well, all White Boy does is he mainly does live commentaries. And he'll just film a game or whatever, and if it goes well, it goes well. If it goes bad, it goes bad, and he'll throw it on there. But like Jesse said, he took like 150 tries to make this perfect. That's a complete difference.
Mm-hmm. And the Yeah, well, I don't know if it's well done. It means that I screwed up 149 times trying to do something really simple.
It's good though, because that means you actually it's good when people actually try to actively go out and make their videos good. Like, some people don't put that much effort into their videos, and it shows. And it sucks because there's a lot of potential there, especially with their huge fan bases that they have. But oh well.
I like how I got a message from my dear friend Kiske, who was like, at least Jesse's voice is kind of returning. It's working its way back. I think some tea's in order here in a little bit. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, fellas. I'm getting there.
Yeah. I saw someone in the chat mention that he wanted you to do the fry order thing again.
The fry order? What?
When you were mentioning the voiceovers for commercials, you were like, "Hey, you want to buy some fries at McDonald's?" I don't know. Our listeners are weird.
The voice of the guy was like, "Welcome to McDonald's. You're going to be working for
Yes.
$4.95 an hour, and you're going to love it. Your lunch breaks will consist of eating Egg McMuffins that were made 4 hours ago. Welcome to McDonald's."
You are welcome, chat. You are welcome. I want somebody to record this and turn this entire thing into one giant animated adventure, but some things just aren't going to happen. Okay. Moving on to the next question. We've been on that for about 15 minutes now.
Seriously.
Yeah, I know.
And I got a lot of tweets
Jesse.
that were like, "Don't let the trolls get to you." No, it's cool. Ain't no trolls getting to me, because I got super fans that tweet me saying, "Don't let trolls get to you." Because they
you
is
do have
awesome.
about 1,000 listeners right here who are taking 2 hours out of their day to listen to you talk with two weird
Good.
guys from Canada, so...
I love them. They're my favorites.
Yes. To my listener out there, my one loyal listener, thanks, man. Thanks for trekking. Anywho. Okay, let's move on to the next question. King of the Web! I kind of wanted to bring this up because you've kind of... you and a few other people have been kind of, I don't know, being a little, I don't know how to... There's been a controversy with King of the Web, not so much with you, but with other people, and it's mostly how King of the Web is... First off, before I get into that, what's your opinion on King of the Web?
I love King of the Web. They're my besties. I just did a panel with them at VidCon yesterday. That, at the panel, I would say probably the best one there. They, gave away a ton of money at the panel. They had fun. They got the fans involved. Spoiler alert, I'm not sure if you're aware, every panel at VidCon is YouTubers sitting on stage talking about how awesome they are, and people in the audience sitting there doing nothing. Doing nothing. And so, well, I guess listening to how awesome these people are. But as an example, there was one panel, I'm not going to name the name of the panel, but their job was to talk about how you could be famous without being big on YouTube. Like how you can make money, how you could do it as a job. And they did not even... It was all about like how they did it. It wasn't how I can help you, the audience, do it. Right? And it's like, this is a totally pointless... Why is this a thing? And so I think a big thing that I liked about the panel for King of the Web is they spent like 5 minutes at the beginning saying like, King of the Web, we're a thing, vote, go there. And the rest of it was myself, Will of DC... Bree Essering and Luna. I'm trying to think of what her Twitter name is, but Loopy Luna, something like that. Anyway, she, all of them, totally awesome, and I'll look them up here in a sec just so I can give them shout-outs. But yeah, we basically went around being ridiculous, and it was amazing. Here it is. Her Twitter name is Luna Tuna. Louna Tuna. And she does, she's from Australia, and she does, it's Loopy Lady 11 is her YouTube. There we go. And everyone else, I give you their YouTube name, so if you want to look them up, they're great people. But
I will shamelessly plug myself by the end of this video. Any other podcast, interview, whatever. All right.
But we had a blast, and it was games with fans. So, for example, we did like that mummy challenge thing where you wrap people in toilet paper. Like, fans had to feed us baby food. We got makeup put on. Like, makeup was put on us by fans. However, I was the only person to pick a guy for that challenge, and I didn't know what the challenge was, so we got our asses kicked. But we we won the first challenge and lost the last two, but it was totally worth it. And if you won, you got like $50. One girl challenged Breed to the Chubby Bunny challenge, and they gave her $100 for beating her. Like, I love King of the Web. They're great people, and it was fun, and it was really entertaining. So, yes, they have all my love and support.
Yeah.
Why? What were you gonna say?
Well, I was going to say I really like King of the Web because they allow YouTubers that you normally wouldn't know about, or just normal people on the web, I guess, to gain a lot of exposure to different audiences. But you mentioned this on a tweet earlier, which kind of brought up a really good point. What do you think about the whole idea that
Total Biscuit is the Vladimir Putin of King of the Web? That's true,
it's
by the way.
essentially true. Yeah, it is.
But, I think all I'll say is this August should be interesting when they do their big ultra mega campaign. I'm not going to say a thing. I legally can't say anything, but I'll say it'll be interesting. And Vladimir Biscuit might be up. He might have some trouble. That's all. That's all I'm saying. So,
yeah.
But I agree. I think the fault within their, I guess, the way they run the website is, their business model. I don't know how you would call it, but since it's popular vote, TB can go on there and get his fans to go and vote up whoever he thinks is awesome. Which, that's fine. I mean, that's why it's there. But with that said, there are a lot of people who I think
don't
would
get picked
prefer
who
he didn't do that.
Deserve it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be more about that. It should be more about that person's individual fan base and just, well, here's this guy with 700,000 subscribers and he's backing you. So basically, I mean, like, it's almost like the person who gets backed by TB. They should just name him the winner already, unless you have like somebody who's even bigger and taking an even bigger role in the competition, backing somebody else. I mean,
that's what I did. Like, I got a lot of guff for that. Like, TB backed Husky.
Yeah.
Which is great. I love, I'm trying to find the winner list here of who was first, second, third, all that stuff. But let's see if I can give you an exact number. So, as an example, TB backed Husky. Husky got a bajillion votes. He would have gotten that many votes without TB there. But since TB backed him, I was like, I'm not going to even bother backing you like Husky. I know Husky. People lost their mind. They were like, you can't support him? I thought he was your friend. I'm like, he's not going to hate me because I know he's going to win. Yeah. I was like, if anything, I'm going to put my support behind someone else and try to get them higher, right?
Yeah, so they at least get some publicity because Husky already had it in the bag anyways.
Right.
Without TB.
I think it comes down to it's a sort of a weird kind of ultra loyalty some of TB's fans have, and I always find it amazing because he will blatantly say like I hate fanboys, but his fanboys are the most ruthless fanboys ever. Yeah, it's an amusing. It's an amusing than others.
It's really ironic. Yeah.
So it might be my favorite part about him. Like, I love that man. Mm-hmm. That might be my favorite part about him. He will literally say, "Fanboys disgust me," and then his fanboys will be like, "Yeah, they disgust me too." And it's like, no, you are one of them.
You are his fanboys.
Stop this. Yeah. So it definitely amuses me. But again, I think it comes down to King of the Web and not TB. Like, TB can support whoever TB wants to, and it is not his fault that they win. Right? It's King of the Web's because they need to monitor and figure out a way to have voting that's more fair to people who aren't supported by TB. I mean, it's a weird thing. I mean, I know a lot of people are mad that that's what happens, but it's no one's fault that it does. I mean, that's a fact of life.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That is true. Unfortunately, we are going to have to go to break here real quick, so we're at the 45-minute mark. We'll be back in about 3 minutes, guys. In the meantime, we're going to listen to some 3 Days Grace. Wow, that was a fail. 3 Days Grace.
3 Days
Life
Grace.
starts in... Yes, it's a new band. They're underground.
Purple.
We are starting a new band. 3 Days Grace.
They're underground. You've probably never heard of them. Anywho, 3 Days Grace. Life starts now. We'll be back in 3 minutes, guys.
Old blues, new news, specifically for your blues and news needs. Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. GMT, 2 to 3 EST.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Jesse had to take a quick break either to poop or grab a drink or something. I'm not really sure, so...
He'll be back shortly.
He'll be back
Stay
shortly.
tuned.
No, he's coming right now. I can hear him. We had to go right in.
Oh,
First.
yeah, he is too.
Hello.
Hello.
Also, apparently Morfar was kicked by Dan in the chat. There's something wrong with this. I now have iced tea. I'm good to go, guys. We got this. I'm hydrated. Alrighty. Let's hop right... Oh, I might as well quickly mention this. Well, I'm still here. I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of the show because I have a poor memory and I'm Canadian, so don't blame me. But anywho, after the show we do a thing called Game Session where basically we go play a game with the viewers and we have a Steam group set up that you guys can join if you want to play with us. This happens after every single game, or after every single radio session that we do. So if you guys want to join us, we'll post up the link to the show at the end and all that. And hopefully...
I feel more than welcome to join us, Jesse. I'm sure if we could crash a server.
I'm sure your fans want to murder you.
That sounds great.
Anywho. I'm sorry, I'm having a drink here. This is fantastic.
Anywho.
Iced tea. You know the iced tea that isn't water? Like, no, I'm so glad that, like, iced tea is just, like, the iced tea we have here in Canada is fantastic because it's not, like, basically just cold tea with sugar. Like, oh gosh. This is like liquid cocaine for me. But anyhow, now that I've completely gone off track. So, questions? Drew, throw a question out there.
I'll throw a question out there. Where's a good one? Okay. What?
Glad you were prepared, friend.
I was prepared. I'm still looking. You know. What inspired you to create videos? Was it because of Cataclysm, or because of another YouTuber, or another video maker?
I got fired from a job I had, and it was the summer that Cataclysm came out. And I like how people immediately want to know how I got fired. I didn't get fired, like fired because I did something wrong. I got let go because they didn't have the funds to keep that many employees anymore. Whatever. So, I had no job. And Cataclysm Beta, I had just gotten in it, and I was in like that sort of like post, what am I going to do with my life depression. And so I was just sitting around making Cataclysm videos, hence the god-awful name OMFGcata. And
yeah.
I just was making videos for fun. I really enjoyed that I saw like a few of mine get an MMO champion. I was like, well, that's terrific. It was just kind of entertaining. And then next thing you know, I'm getting in touch with the game station, and they want me to do videos. And 2 years later, here we are. I think literally July 14th is the 2-year anniversary of the channel, I think.
Wow.
And yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how it happened. I'll be honest with you. It's madness, but yeah. We started from a really cheesy YouTube channel name, and now I'm sitting here being interviewed by you guys, which is pretty awesome.
Thank you. It's
Yes.
awesome to have you.
It's an honor. It's an honor. It is. It really is.
As long as... Keep kissing ass there, pal.
It's okay. I like it when you do.
Oh, that's fine. We have Drew here just for that specific reason. Alrighty.
Okay.
So I just want to quickly say out to the chat, guys. The few of you who just joined just now won't know this rule, but we will be taking your questions in the last section of the show. I will make you guys aware when we will be taking your questions. So just hang on to them now, guys, so they don't get lost in the stream, okay? They'll get lost in the chat. Just hang on to them for now. I'll let you guys know when we will be taking your questions and all that.
I want to know why I gotta... Someone just tweeted me a link to Amazon for men's hair removal gel. Why would you tweet this to me? The best part is the reviews. The reviews are just disturbing. The reviews are like, do not put these on certain parts of your body. Like, what? What?
What the?
Who would try this? Who would try this?
Oh my god, how weird. Alright, anyway. I now have something. Next time someone asks what's the weirdest thing a fan has sent you, that may be it.
I love the internet. I love the internet.
Oh god. That's good.
Okay. now that we're completely off track.
Sorry.
Okay. That's fine. Alrighty. I'm just looking at the chat. So many people joining, it's frightening me. I'm gonna take one quick swig of my iced tea and then...
Holy moly.
He did, actually. Remember the thing?
Oh yeah, he did too. Right.
Okay.
Short-term memory.
Yeah, we're Canadian. Gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have a quick swig of my iced tea and we'll get right back into the questions. Delicious goodness.
Apparently the 2-year anniversary's tomorrow?
Oh.
Hold on. Now I gotta go look at my
Something's
own damn
breaking.
channel to figure out what it...
You've done goofed.
Oh,
Or something
July
done
2nd,
goofed.
July 2nd, 2010. That's tomorrow. Holy crap.
Huh.
Wow. That's honorable.
Your channel is 2 years old the day after our great nation's anniversary.
It's growing up so fast.
It's growing up so fast.
I feel bad now because I was just gonna make videos, and now I feel like I have to do something special. Which now I'm like even worried. Like, what would I do? What would I do?
Don't worry. Just say, you know what? I'm
Live
pretty
stream.
sure.
I'm gonna
if-
treat it like every other birthday I have, and not do a damn thing. We'll just forget it. Oh, Ashley softly
Jesse,
said that was that.
I'm going to make you hate your fans in a
Yes.
second here, but
Kiss, kiss.
I think they would like to see you sing Santa Baby with Total Biscuit.
Well, that's never gonna happen.
Make it a thing.
I hate to break your hearts.
Internet, demand it.
No.
If that happens, it'll be magical. But I can't imagine that ever happening. It would have to happen.
Oh,
live,
no,
in
never
studio
mind,
with
never
both of
mind.
us there.
Your listeners are even more evil than I am. They want you to do a 12-hour live stream.
That's happening. That's happening. July 7th. I think, which is this Saturday.
Are you-
We're doing it. Oh.
Are you evil? That's a season premiere of The Walking Dead, 7th and 8th. Why are you Satan?
What?
All right, come
That
on,
sucks
bro.
I'm sorry. The Walking Dead's about to lose all its ratings, apparently. Or no one will watch my show. One of the two.
Yeah, or they'll just watch your show, then pirate the episodes or buy it on Netflix.
I should do. I'm gonna do a 2-hour live stream in honor of 2 years. That's what we'll do. That's all you get.
Yeah.
is
2 hours of Jesse. Playing Star Wars, the dance game, whatever the fuck it's called. Connect. Star Wars Connect.
Oh my god. Must be
Make it
done.
a thing. Okay, well, good thing we're still on track here now, guys. But anywho. Alright. I was going to ask a question. I sent this in the email to you for the actual, I guess, application, or if you wanted to come or audition. I don't know what you call it. But anyways, one of the things I asked you was if you could give your opinion on the gaming industry, like how you've changed, like one example of this is YouTubers are really influential in how they can basically boost a game's lifespan. Like TB, you, and YogsCast are huge examples of this, especially with TB and YogsCast with Magicka. Like, that game probably wouldn't have done nearly as well in such a short time if it wasn't for them. And what do you kind of think on that whole idea of the gaming industry, where you guys can basically boost the game's lifespan and all that kind of nonsense? And basically bring awareness.
I almost want to say that is, I don't know. I guess I feel deep down inside that that's not a true statement. But I can't ignore the fact that TB and the OMFGcast did heavily promote Magicka, TB and I doing Terraria, helped that game along a bit. All the people doing Minecraft blew that game up. Like, Minecraft would not be anywhere nearly as popular as it is if it wasn't for YouTubers. Like, that's a fact.
Yeah, if it wasn't for, like, X and CNanners and OMFGcast and you to a certain extent, even though you kind of got to the party a little bit late, but, you know.
It has, yeah, I mean, it has nothing. It's really weird. YouTube has a lot of say when it comes to indie games, but the thing that I think people mistake, especially YouTubers, because they see their effect on indie games, is they can assume that then they'll affect major company decisions, and that's not a fact. That's right there. That's the phone call from, let's say, EA. It's like, they can't affect us. They can't affect us.
Where's the off button? It's coming through the fax machine. There's no off button. Kill it. Hang on. I have...
Burn it with fire.
There we go. It's dead. It's unplugged. Professionals! Anywho, what you were saying? Jesus.
I think it comes down to I don't know. I guess I think that it's something that YouTubers think they're very, like, they influence a lot, but I'm just skeptical of that because I know for a fact that's not the case. I mean, like I said, indie games, I'm sure they have influence because indie games don't sell much, and when they do sell, it's because YouTubers can push money in that direction, right?
I should have rephrased my question a little bit because it's true. You can't really sell like a triple star, like AAA experience, that kind of game. Like a YouTuber's influence is, like, say somebody's trying to promote Mass Effect. I mean, that game's going to sell huge amounts regardless of whether or not he promotes it anyways, and him promoting it probably won't help anyhow because who hasn't heard of Mass Effect? But it kind of comes down to the indie games. So yeah, I kind of get what you're saying.
I mean, I think that's why I think that's why indie games respond so well. Like, that's why a lot of companies, like pretty much every game that has a damn dwarf in it, contacts Simon. It's like, will you be the voice of our dwarf? And it's spoiler alert, fans of the OMFGcast. It's not because they love the OMFGcast. It's because they know that Simon will get people to buy the game because his voice is in it. Yeah. So don't think that they love the OMFGcast so much. False. They're smart business people. But with that said, the influence they have over the games they play is tremendous. So when someone like TB and the OMFGcast plays Magicka, you're right. They did keep that game afloat. I think that TB and I did that for Terraria, and Minecraft, like I said, is done by pretty much everybody. But the original people to do it, that's what started the whole thing, and that's what kept it alive. But with that said, there are hundreds and thousands of other indie games that get no attention whatsoever that may or may not deserve it. But it's it's YouTube's very fickle when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, YouTube comments can be kind of evil sometimes. We'll just say, especially when it comes to new IPs and games. Like you have like one side where it's like, this is amazing, I want to buy this, and you have the other side where this is like, it looks terrible. Yeah, so it can be kind of fickle, like you said. Anywho, Apollo, would you like to ask a question, sir?
Sure, why not? Oh
You don't
God.
have to if you don't want to. I can sit here and be like, so, how about that sports team you like? They're doing good. They've won in the
pretty good
pennant
this
crown
year.
trophy.
We
Yes.
could.
They've certainly beat up State. Those boys over at State are certainly taking a whooping this year.
Well,
Why-
the Riders won their first game of the
They
season.
did. They won their
did.
game yesterday. Yeah.
It was like 33 to
now that-
16.
nobody knows who the fuck the Rough Riders are, Drew, except for us and everybody else in Saskatchewan. Like people, like the rest of the people in Canada don't even care about the Rough Riders. It's just like, oh, those green guys who
Actually,
keep losing because they had one too many players on a team.
Rough Riders actually have the biggest fan base in Canada for football.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Oh, well, now that we've completely gone off the line of
Anywho, I might as well get this question over with. This is such
Yes,
a
you
random
should.
question I thought of last night. Actually, I looked up your name, Jesse, on Google, and it's surprised
oh
me.
yeah.
Do you find it creepy that you have wiki pages about you and like 100 bio pages that people wrote that your fans have created?
What?
So yeah, as we discovered, there's apparently about 800.5 million pages of wiki
Literally.
forms and just random
Like,
stuff
of your
just
life.
made up by you.
I found
for-
one.
for your fans.
I don't know about wiki stuff. I know that there's all sorts of erotic / fiction out there, which is very fun.
I was about to bring that up.
I know that there's
Yeah.
there's a what is that called? A TV tropes about me, but I was unaware there's a wiki. There should be a wiki.
Apparently, there's 11 wiki pages from what Drew was telling
There
me.
should be a
There's,
wiki.
OMFGcata.wiki.com. Here, I'll put it in Skype. But I found a bio about you. It was about your mother and how, like, where she was born and all this. It kind of scared me. Like, I understand that if it was if it
where's
was like
this
a
at?
actor or something, but
What?
someone on
What?
YouTube, I'll find it.
Drew, you're not
What?
making any sense.
I'm a little worried. Yeah, I'm a little worried.
Did you say his mother? What?
Yes, I'm serious. It was
What about
I
his
like-
mother?
I like that. It says on this wiki. It says Total Biscuit. You're awesome. Like that's his description. Oh,
Fuck Drew. I'm sorry. What the heck,
for it.
Drew?
I'm looking for
Gotta
it.
keep it family friendly, yo. Family friendly. We're totally that. We're totally not that. He's
Oh my
looking for
God.
that. So,
You're on
about that?
IMDb. The acting thing. Majigger.
how about that weather, guys?
Yes,
There's,
let's move on.
Oxygen out there. Jesse doesn't even know what to say to that question. Well done.
I'm trying to read these comments because I don't. They're weird. They're very weird.
So wait,
There's a
you're
lot-
telling
there's
me
a lot
you
of-
haven't been like preconditioned by the fan-made erotica of you?
Well, I'm preconditioned. I'm ultra preconditioned. I just am like, it's a little strange to see a wiki page that is like, Total Biscuit, you're awesome. That's like his entrance. Or entry. List of appearances on Jesse's account. It has like all these people and it says like, Eric Krendor. Jesse plays Warcraft and Saints Row with Krendor. I guess that's nice. That's cute. So, okay, so it is pretty accurate. I'm still just giggling over TV is awesome. Like, that's his entry. It's funny to me.
Wait.
What are we looking for exactly?
No.
I
I'll
don't even
find it.
remember
I'll find
anymore.
it. Just move on. Do a different question. I'll find
Anyways,
it.
moving on now to a question that doesn't involve Jesse's mother.
Yeah, really. I'm
What?
like, what the hell are you talking about? Anyway, yeah.
Confused. All right, so this is kind of like just a little
Spoiler
random
alert,
question.
I'm pretty sure if it's on the internet and it's about my mom, it's not true, but okay, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is just a little random question I thought up that I'd ask you that we've all been asked this question before, especially all of us have been asked this. But I thought I'd just throw this out here. If you could make any game you wanted and you weren't restricted by money, staff, or anything like that, due dates, if you could just, nothing stopped you. If you could make any game you wanted within physical limitations and the boundaries of Earth and all that shit, what would you make?
Oh, this is easy. I would remake shot for shot, scene for scene, dialogue for dialogue, no voice acting, with modern day graphics, Final Fantasy VI. Best game ever made, ever will be made. Remake it, put it on a thing. That's what I would do. No voice acting. I don't want someone's voice ruining my characters that I love. And that's what I would do. End of story. Nothing else needs to be made. I can't make another game. I could only make a tribute to that game because it's so good.
There you have it. Oh god. People are bringing up the Jesse Cox and Total Biscuit fanfics. No. Preserve the, I guess, I don't know, purity of our viewers. Ugh. Jesus. Yeah, implying that they're pure or something. Okay. Well, that was a quick question. Moving away now. Okay. This next question I have to be very politically correct with, but I have my paper here, so I'll try. Drew, are you still looking that up, really?
Yes.
Why?
It's frustrating me, because I remember this last night. I remember reading this.
You were asleep and
It was
or intoxicated.
late at night, so I could have been seeing things. I could have seen, like,
possible.
something that was
That is
related to
possible.
mothers, and then... I don't know.
What are you talking
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about, and he's my co-host. I'm so confused. Okay, different subject, guys. Different subject before Drew blows everybody's mind or something, or I don't fucking know. Okay, YouTube relationships. Let's talk about that. Okay, so everybody has this really weird and we all like to, I guess, believe that all YouTubers are kind of like one huge happy family. But how would you kind of describe the whole relationship that you have with other YouTubers, and not just kind of like with Dodger and Jesse or Total Biscuit and Krendor and all that? Like, how does it usually go along?
I hang out with Dodger all the time. We're really good friends. TB is just a very busy man, so he's never around. Like,
There it is.
Yeah.
I found it.
If you think that TB and I are just, what's up, buddy? How's it going? He is very busy.
No.
Very
Dude, that's
busy.
not
So, but since I live close to Dodger, we're pals and we just do stupid stuff together. And I live close to Husky, and I hang out with him too. The Warp Zone guys, I love them. We hang out all the time. It's just about proximity and workload, I guess you could say. TB is a man who loves to work. He constantly works. That's all he does. I don't know what else the man does. I assume he has a clone that hangs out with his family, because I don't know that happens. So, I mean, yeah. I know there's an illusion that because we're all on the podcast together and we are like buddies and stuff. I like TB a lot. We hang out when we can, but he is a man about business, and that's why he is so good at what he does.
Yeah.
Well, I found this website.
Oh,
Because he treats it
terrific.
more of a job.
I can't
Okay,
wait to see it.
Go down.
jeez.
Go down.
I want to see this.
Go to the bottom of the page. Go to the trivia.
Good
Third
God.
last point. It's the third last point.
Why is this even a thing? We're all going
Why
to go
is
silent as we try and just figure
Jesse's
this. Okay,
mother's
it's
family is from Lebanon, which makes him half Irish and half Lebanese. Well, she's not from Lebanon, but she is from the Middle East. Well, my mom's family is. And my dad's family is from Ireland, yes. So I am half Irish, and yeah, that's a sort of accurate fact. I'm not sure why that was
I like this page.
Yeah, why is that?
I like this
How does
page.
that
I'm
even
not sure.
get in there?
I'm not sure why that was there or why that was worth mentioning, but okay, sure.
Well done, Drew. Oh, God. I'm just looking at the trivia now. Apparently Jesse Cox can't do deep voices without the rasp. This is his only weakness as a voice actor. Prove them wrong.
Where is this?
I don't know. I'm just looking at it's at the very top of the trivia. Like
That's probably true. That's true. I would agree with that. That's a true fact. The rest of it not true, but that's a true fact.
wait. Oh, okay. I was having a mental meltdown for a second. It said searching for Jesse Cox on search engines may occasionally show videos from the adult actor Jesse Cox with an eye.
She's a porn star. What can I say? She has three X's at the end of her name though, so you know she's dirty.
Oh yeah. Those porn stars. Okay. Now that we've solved that mystery, thanks, Drew. Is that even a thing? Okay. Well, this is one question I frantically wrote down in the last 10 minutes because I needed to pad the show even more than I possibly could. But anywho, RPG makers. How are you guys going along with that? Because you started that off as just basically a small little project with Maywis, and then it's kind of blown up into something. It's taken on a life of its own almost, where you have hundreds upon hundreds of fans coming in to help you out. And aren't you guys actually making mods to get the story to kind of work the way you want it? You kind of want to fill us in here for that?
Yeah, we're definitely trying to get a lot of stuff to work with it. The major issue that we have is it's just a ton of work. There's a ton of stuff to do, and it takes a long time. It takes a long time to get people together. It takes a long time to get people to actually want to work, and then once you get them to want to work, to stick to it, come up with creative stuff, it's a difficult process. Let's just say that. And it takes a long time. It also takes, me having time because, I'm a very busy man myself. So I feel like I have to be there when stuff happens, and so stuff doesn't get done when I'm not there. It's a long process. But with that said, I think what we're trying to do is create something really special out of this game. And make Minecraft into something a little bit more than it is, but who knows when that will happen? Because it's a labor of love, not of money and capital. If we could throw money at this, it would get done, but I physically can't. So I have a lot of people who are really dedicated, who take their time. Kiske Lewis, Kane Freeman, good guy. Mike. Thomas, right? Maywis, wherever he is, being a DJ. Even Blondie to some extent. And then there's all the admins and the mods. There's a bajillion of them. There's so many people involved in this project that it's kind of like we need to do all this stuff. And I don't know. There's tons to do. I wish I could say that we took such a long break that we're trying to get back into the groove of it. And it's proving to be very difficult. But I have a feeling we'll do it. I'm not saying that there will be videos coming soon. I'm just saying that there will be videos coming soon. So look for those.
Alrighty then. Drew, do you have a question to ask that doesn't involve Jesse's mother?
Yeah, sure.
You're never living that down, by the way.
No, I know. That's a horrible question. It was late at night. It was 2 in the morning. Okay. Alright. Jesse, how did you meet TV? I've actually never heard of this story of how you met TV.
WoW Radio, I believe. Way back in the day, TV was on WoW Radio, and he did a show called Blue Please and a bunch of other shows, and he would rant. He was basically just a ranter, and he did a bunch of shows on there and a bunch of other things, and I met him through there. I actually think I've met his wife more than I met him in real life, and so we would.
Jeez, Trey, really?
I'm sorry. I'm juvenile.
But yeah, I mean, we met through there, and we've known each other ever since. I mean, I wish I could say there was a better story, but most WoW people, like myself, Clint from Mindflame, WoW Krendor, all the different guys who do all the different WoW machinimas, we met through that game, and so we've just known each other for a very long time. Like Ian Beckman from machinima.com, who does Machinima Realm stuff. I've known him for a long time through there. It's sort of a weird little community. We've known each other for a great many years, and yeah, it's not really an interesting story. It isn't like we just met one day. We just, after a while, you just start to know everybody who's in that community. And back in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, we all just sort of got to know each other and have been friends ever since, really. I wish I could say, like, I was on a plane that was crashing and TB used his top hat as a airplane and saved us. I don't. That makes no sense. But no, there's no interesting story there.
Yeah, it's kind of how it goes with down here and Nordicil Radio as well. We just started, and yeah, we're getting to know all these wonderful co-hosts whom I love. Hi guys, thanks for being awesome. Anywho, anyways, Drew, do you have another question?
I actually wanted to ask you this. Did you have any help with your YouTube channel? Like from another famous YouTuber like TB or something? Or did you like just get all your subscribers on your own?
I'd be stupid to say I didn't. Every time you do videos with someone else, you get help from them. So I did all of Terraria with TB, and I guarantee I would be willing to say a great portion of my subscribers are specifically there because of that. I don't know if that's accurate, but considering the amount of times people say, "Where is Terraria?" I would assume that would be true. I guess, yeah, I did 2 videos with the OMFGcata. I don't know how many subscribers you get for something like that because you aren't like with them all the time. But anytime you interact with someone else, you get sort of a subscriber push from them.
You kind of dip into their fan base a little bit.
Yeah, it might not be a lot, but you'll get a few. I mean, that's just how it works. And so I think it works always. And that's why I and many other YouTubers are very wary of that, because when someone says, "Hey, I want to do a video with you," we hear, "Hey, I want your subscribers. Like, help me become famous." And it's unfortunate that that's the case, but that's kind of what we hear, and it's because of that we rarely, unless we actually actively know the person, we rarely will be like, "Okay, sure, we'll just do a video with you," because you don't want to tell one person no and then tell another person yes. You just kind of have to tell everyone, "Look, I'm sorry, I can't." And it sucks. I get requests all the time to do videos with people, but the only people I do videos with are people I've known for a while, like a long time. In fact, the people I've known the least amount of time have been the girls from the Codependent series, and I met them right when I was starting 2 years ago. Like last February-ish, before that. So almost 2 years. And those are and that's the newest people I do videos with. And other than that, it's either with fans on like a special occasion or whatever, but I can't bring myself to say, "Sure, I'll do videos with you," and then the next person who asks me, I kind of feel like I have to say yes, because I don't want to be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a reason why. If you want to know the reason why most people don't, it's because a lot of people are like, what about you makes me feel like I should help you? Me, I'm just more simple. I would do videos with everybody if I had the damn time to do it, because I just don't. So I have to say I can't do it with anyone. But I try to make an effort every time I get to do videos with fans, just because, it's a polite thing to do. But at the same time, that's sort of how it works. Yeah. Thank you for letting me ramble through that answer.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We need to find a way to pad this show out for about another 2 minutes.
Yes, indeed.
Good.
You want to ramble about anything else?
You know what I hate?
Back in my day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Alrighty, that's fine. We're pretty much fresh out of questions, but it is good because we're about to go to break, ladies and gentlemen, and when we return, we will be taking your questions to basically ask Jesse something that we haven't thought about yet. Please try to keep them unique and all that nonsense. But anywho, we're going to go to break, and what should we listen to? I think I'll play some Machine Eye Supremacy Rocket Dragon over the break. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in 5 minutes. You've been listening to Nordrasil Radio. Tune in every Sunday to listen to GTM Something Everything, hosted by me, Crazed, and his friends who sit around for an hour talking about the state of gaming, what's been coming out, new technology, and what they've been playing for the week. Hopefully you will join us. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the rest of your show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we kind of know what we're doing. Anywho, we picked way too long of a song, but anyhow. We are now taking your questions, so let's get right to it. And there are a few that I saw, so I will quickly ask. Someone up top asked, and I can't remember the name of whoever it was, I'm sorry, I'm not... Yeah. Oh my god, so many questions! Holy shit! Okay. Jesse, I saw a question get asked, and I'm just going to quickly throw this out there, but what's your opinion on WoW as of how it's changed over the years to now?
I think I'm a fan of WoW. I think it's still the best MMO that is out there. However, my preference as a gamer has changed with it. So it's definitely becoming more casual friendly and definitely gearing down towards the end of its life cycle. But for me, I'm okay with that because I don't have a lot of time to play it. So the slower I can take it and the slower the game wants me to take it, the better. But having been a hardcore raider, having been a person who grinds to, say, like 80 in a weekend, right? Like, that kind of stuff, I understand those players who are still able to do that, wanting to do that. WoW has changed for them. My biggest concern with WoW is PvP is, I think, junk. Like, I love WoW, I love the story, I love everything in it, but I've hated the... Let's scratch that, change it. Not PvP battlegrounds. I think the battlegrounds are junky. The battlegrounds they had originally were stellar, and they went and they changed them to make them fast get in, get out experiences for, I guess, the PvP players they thought were playing them. I have no clue. But I miss the days of AV and things like that when the battles lasted like a week. That I missed. That's why I'm looking forward to Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2, I have sort of a love-hate with it. I think the story and sort of everything, that aspect of the game is not that well thought out, not that developed. It's kind of cheesy and very generic. Like, if you're a Norn, you're like, oh no, a big dragon, we have to fight it. If you're a human, it's like, oh no, everyone hates us and we have to build ourselves up again. Right? Sort of generic storytelling. But still, characters are fun. Classes are loads of fun. And the PvP is stellar. Like, I don't know who thought that up. I don't know why I love it so much. But the World v. World is kind of the best thing ever to exist. It's old school Alterac Valley that actually requires lots of time to play. And it's not just one side versus one side. It's three sides fighting with each other. There's all those years that Blizzard promised they would let us have siege weapons and airplanes and all sorts of crap. And like, this actually lets you have stuff like that. You can get in giant suits of walking armor or have trebuchets and stuff. Like, actual things that was promised to us by every other company trying to make a PvP game. They actually did it. And they did it well. And better than Warhammer tried to do it. Because Warhammer tried to do that big epic battle PvP thing, and that didn't work out so well. So I'm thrilled that Guild Wars 2 is actually... They've actually created a big battle PvP system that is a lot of fun. So that may take up some of my time. But when it comes to actually leveling and playing through a story and enjoying myself, I still think WoW is probably one of the best out there. Despite the fact that they have pandas now, and it's in this Pandaria world. It seems silly, and it kind of is silly, but it's still a whole hell of a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, moving on to the next question. Ashley Softly asks, has there ever been a time in your life that you wanted to hang up the whole YouTube thing?
Nope, never. Never been a time. There have been times where I've been like, I need to take a break. Like, I need to just walk away for a day. But I've never been like, yeah, I need to hang this up. No. Not even close. If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
That's
Rather be poor doing what you love than rich doing what you hate kind of thing?
Yep.
Oh. Here he asks again. Devil of Time asks, how is your Skyrim mod doing, Jesse?
The Skyrim mod, I have a team working on it. We had to put stuff on hold because the last month I've been like ridiculously busy. Same thing with RPG makers. Same thing with everything that I've had to do stuff in a group with. It's just because I didn't have time to coordinate with everyone for a specific day to meet. But we are going to work really hard on pushing that out so that people can have something to play on the PC. And it's kind of amazing. I don't want to give away anything. It's not just a quest. There's a lot to it. But again, I don't want to give too much away. But it's coming. It does exist still.
Cool.
I saw a question.
I know, I'm trying to find it here.
No. Jesse, what would your username be if it wasn't
Damn it!
OMFGcata?
That's what I was going to ask. It was by Jon Snow who asked that.
Yeah.
Well, Jon Snow, I'll see you at the wall
Greatest name
shortly.
ever.
Yeah. But I think it'd probably just be Jesse Cox if it was anything, because that's a name that I could do. I could literally do anything with that name.
Yeah.
And it'd be fine. That's why a lot of
Alrighty.
YouTubers use their name, because it's their name. It's simple. It's an easy thing to do.
I was stupid. I used Crazed and then something because I was kind of slamming how no names are unique anymore, and then I realized I hated my YouTube name, so now I'm stuck with
Everyone does.
it. Shit. Yeah, it's like, why did I do this? This is a terrible idea.
No one's ever happy with their username on YouTube.
Yeah.
No one.
Slim Locker asked, do you have a favorite Jesse Cox voice to do? For example, Gold Digger, Skyrim Lizzie, etc.
Oh,
I have a favorite voice. I like doing my mom's voice, even though it's not her voice. But every time when I talk to my mom, I'm like, "Oh, Jesse, what are you doing? Oh my God!" Like that's my mom's voice. So when I tell stories about my mom and I having conversation, that's how I act like her. So she's even though that's not her voice, even remotely close. And I'll be like, so I was earlier just talking to my mom, and she was like, "What are you doing with yourself? You never call me. You never do anything." Like that's her voice. I love doing that voice. It's highly entertaining, to me at least.
all right. Okay. 0411 asks, what is your favorite video that you have ever done? Has your public exposure ever impacted job offers or real-life relationships? What is the nicest thing a fan has ever said? Why is Machinima more successful than TGS?
Can we pick one?
Where's the I love cock shoot? Because I would... Jesus. Okay. What's your most favorite video you've ever done? It was a long-ass question. I know.
The most favorite video I've ever done. Let's say I'm trying to think back. You know what? My favorite video ever is the Amnesia video where I killed the monster. That is kind of like the highlight of my gaming experience. I think I've seen like maybe one or two other people in the history of YouTube do that. And it's shocking to me that could even happen. I was like, what? If you haven't seen that video, go watch Amnesia. I think it's like episode 20-something.
Yeah.
24, 25, 26, something like that. And I think it's literally called like the funniest episode ever, or something like that. And this guy starts chasing me, and I jump on a pillar, and his momentum carries him off a cliff. And it's maybe 2.5 minutes of me cracking up. It was awesome.
Yeah. The AI in that game is
maybe the best.
Comment.
Maybe the best video I've ever made. I think. I don't know though. I'm sure there's contentions out there of what people think are the best, but I don't know.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna ask the next part of this guy's question. It's still 041.
Oh dear. Okay.
This is gonna be the last bit,
Yes.
because the rest of it is, yeah. Has your public exposure ever impacted job offers or real-life relationships?
Oh yeah, I know it has. I'm not stupid. I know. I get messages from all sorts of people that I know I would never have gotten from before. I know a lot of people assume, like, YouTube's a funny place. When people become sort of big on YouTube, they forget reality. And the reality of it is people would not contact you if you weren't big on YouTube. Like, people would not talk to you. I'm well aware of the fact that, let's just say, going to various parties with Maker and TGS and stuff like that, when women approach you who would never have approached you before, and who are like way out of your league, and are like, "Hey, how you doing?" They're doing it because you are on YouTube and you're semi-famous on YouTube. That's why. And I enjoy nothing more than to be like, "Sorry, ladies, not tonight." And it feels really good to shoot them down. It's like living a high school dream. Like, I want to do that. Like, I desperately want to hurt a beautiful woman. Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
Yes. Yes.
Did I let something out here that I desperately want to break a beautiful woman's heart? Is that something? Is that wrong? Like, oh yeah, girl, you is the finest for me to poop on and dump.
Say?
I think I need a psychiatrist. I think it's it. No, it's LA. I think LA has physically altered me to the point where I see the amount of phoniness in people here. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of phony people here. Spoiler alert, LA is filled with phony people who all want to be famous or associated with someone famous. And so anytime there's a whiff of like, oh, that person may be famous, people come out of the woodwork. Like, how can I help you? What can we do for you? Like, ooh, you're cute. I like you. And it's disgusting. And so I like reveling in it. I like getting in the middle of it and just like washing all the nastiness all over me and then calling everyone on it and being like, you are a jackass and you are just using me for this. And it makes me feel good, is what I'm saying.
Only in LA. Only
in LA, yeah.
Alrighty. My creaky chair. Sorry to anybody who hears that. Texas asked, it would be... No.
Texas, the entire state wants to know.
Yes. Yeah, no, his family just had a sense of humor. Okay. They want to know, has YouTube changed your views on work?
I work way too much, if that's what you're asking. Like, I work constantly. In fact, before I got on the line here with you, I was editing, and the minute I get off the line with you, I'm going to go back to editing. So, yes, I work constantly. And that's the thing that has to happen. In fact, I'm planning what to do while I'm talking to you right now. I'm planning what to do, like, several hours in advance when it comes to work. Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. It'll be, I work constantly. Constantly.
Okay.
Has it changed my attitude on work? It makes me appreciate people who do really, like, as much as I want to complain about stuff I do, it makes me appreciate people who, like, have to go and put cars together or mop up crap as a janitor or make the fries at people who have real, actual labor-intensive jobs. Like, I sit here and edit stuff and stare like squinty-eyed at a computer for 4 hours trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Other people actually do real jobs. And so no matter how much I complain, like, this sucks, I am always grounded in reality that I know that I have it really easy. Yeah.
It's kind of like a dream, honestly. Being able to make money from videos.
Pretty much.
Crescent Luna asks, Jesse, what is your current favorite game series?
Game series?
Yep.
Oh no, I have too many game series.
Don't say Call of Duty. Don't say Call of Duty.
Oh no, it's not Call of Duty.
Oh dear Lord.
I would have said up until the last game, maybe the last two, that Ace Combat was my favorite series, but the last two games have been crap. I think I can say, if we're going on the game I'll buy no matter what, despite it being garbage, as my best series, I would say Dynasty Warriors. I buy every single one of those games. Every single time a Dynasty Warriors game comes out, I buy it. I can't explain why. Maybe it's the history
God.
major in me, but it's the exact same game every time, and I still buy it every time. What can I say? I love fighting Chinese dudes
Get
to
out.
rock music in the 80s. What can I say? I love it. I love it.
All right.
Heard it here, folks.
This question
Jesse
keeps...
Cox likes killing Chinese men to rocking 80s music. Quote.
Copyright 2012.
Copyright
Oh,
2012.
Jesus. That needs to be a thing now. All right, this guy keeps bouncing this question, and I haven't gotten to it yet, so I might as well just address it right now. JVK1993 asks, "Hey Jesse, when will you be playing LOL? You promised it in one of your videos, and I'm sure that WoW Krendor or TB will want to teach it to you."
Can you repeat that question? What?
Fuck, now I have to find it again. "Hey Jesse, when will you be playing LOL? You promised it in one of your videos, and I am sure that WoW Krendor or TB will want to teach it to you." LOL,
I honestly don't know. I know there's a lot of talk of doing that, but I couldn't give you a timetable on that. I honestly have no clue. Like, zero clue.
Right. Here's another
I
one
would
that
love it
keeps
to
saying,
happen, but I just don't know when.
We want to see Jesse rage over LOL.
And then quit,
Games.
and then realize he can't just quit, otherwise he gets banned.
Oh yeah, because the game punishes you for quitting. It's like, oh, you
horrible.
want to leave? You have places to be. Banned. Have
Then
fun.
you're gonna lose your account.
Yeah, it is kind of the most evil thing I've ever seen. Okay.
Well, now it
People are
sounds
now
like I have
pointing
to
out-
play it.
Yeah. So, people are now pointing out that they've learned that Jesse wants to hurt women and kill Chinese men.
Jesse Cox, 2012.
This is great publicity for you.
It is. It really is. Yeah. You should take everything
Yeah.
I say completely as fact. These are not jokes.
Yeah.
This is not sarcasm.
Jesse really is a
This
sociopath.
is true. This is all true. I'm not playing with you guys. I'm also
He's a killer.
I'm drunk on marshmallow vodka, and I'm saying I want to kill Chinese men and hurt women. Beautiful women, though.
Yeah, if you're ugly, you're fine. You don't have to worry about Jesse.
Watch out, Asian supermodels, because I'm coming for you. Asian supermodels are screwed. Bai Ling, she better watch the hell out. I'm gonna find her. Oh man. Yes, take that seriously. I hope everyone does. I want to get to the point where I would be happy to get to the point of like web fame when whatever I say is taken as canon. So like I can say something completely joking and then it ends up on the internet like Jesse's gonna murder Asian men. Like he's gonna go kill Chinese. Like Jesse wants to kill China. Like I want that as a thing. I want to be that famous one day. I want to get contacted from like news outlets that are like, "Do you really want to kill Chinese men? What's your comment on that?" And I just want to be like, "Look, someone's got to kill Chinese men. It might as well be me." And then I'll play the rock music from Dynasty Warriors in the back.
God, it hurts. Help.
Yep, that's gonna happen. That's my dream. That's my dream. Meanwhile, over in China, they're like plotting how to destroy me. The entire country.
Yeah.
They're like, put all of our funds behind Operation Crush Jesse. Oh, I know it's. Don't worry, they own this country anyway, so it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Oh Jesus! When we collect the debt America owes us, Jesse's first. Or
No,
some
I know.
shit like
They'll make me
Yeah.
entertain them. They'll be like, "Dance, monkey." I'm like, I don't want to dance. I'll be on.
I'm a
Chinese-
terrible dancer.
Yeah.
I'm now trying to find a video. Jesus. I'm now trying to find a question, and I'm like holding my gut because it's in pain now. So thanks.
I like that. I'm starting to get tweets that are like, Jesse Cox hurts women, and kills Chinese men. Jesse Cox 2012.
Okay. Just for silliness,
say?
Mozart D minor asked, "Do you still think Husky is the Pirate Bay?"
Yes, he is. Actually, oh my god. All right, so this was amazing. For people who don't know about VidCon's where a lot of vloggers and like songwriting people and comedy people on. Very few gamers are at VidCon. A good example was Machinima set up a big gaming area, and there was no one there. Just as an example, it's not because Machinima is bad. It's because no one who's in gaming goes to VidCon. There were a few. God bless them. There were like, I want to say 20 or so hardcore gamer fans who came to see me and like hang out. It was awesome. I love you guys. I even saw a beautiful space butterfly. She was like, I've got butterfly wings. It was wonderful. I met all sorts of great fans. I had a blast. But it isn't a gaming convention. It's a general YouTube convention. And one of the things I found funny was they had a YouTube trivia, right? And during the YouTube trivia, they had all of these, like, you know, different things. But one of them was gaming. And for 600 points, it was, according to Jesse Cox from OMFGcata, who is the Pirate Bay? And, like, the audience reaction was like, 1, what is Jesse Cox? 2, what is the Pirate Bay? 3, how are we supposed to know the answer to this question? There was one dude who knew. All my love to him. I was like, I love you, bro. I love you. It was so funny. I was like, thank you. Because I would not... There were a lot of questions that people did not know the answer to. Turns out, just because you're on YouTube doesn't mean you care much about YouTube. It's interesting how that works. So people showed up like trying to win free stuff, but no one knew anything about it. Like, don't go to the thing if you don't know. That's just silly.
It's silliness. Alright, Banana Poo asks, any plans for a new playthrough with the codependent girls?
Yes. What? I have no clue. We were going to try and play the new, I'm trying to think what that is. The like Raccoon City thing. Resident Evil Raccoon City, Tales of that, whatever.
Yeah.
The one that you could do 4-player. We were going to try and do that, but like everyone's been back. Like again, like I said, last month has been really hectic. So nothing's happening right now, but it will in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Another country is asking you a question. Apparently Canada wants to know if you'll ever do an audiobook for a short story.
They've asked that so many times. I was just about to get to it.
Will I ever do an audiobook for a short story? Sure. If the short story is like the tale of how Jesse got it on with like 20 chicks at once because he's a super pimp.
Get on that internet. Get on that
internet. I don't know. I mean, yeah, of course. God.
Jesse Cox, the Chinese killer, poops on women and a pimp.
The Chinese, yeah. The styling pimp which kills Chinese men and makes little Asian hot women cry. I don't know. Whatever. We're totally getting taken off the air now because of all of us. This is bad.
No, it's because of me, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Thanks, pal.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, I got another... Jesus. Let's see. What do we got here? Now that we're all under control and calm here. Okay. Shadow Viper asks, Jesse, have you had any fans stalk you and possibly show up to your home?
No one's ultra creepy. I'm sure I have ultra creepy fans out there. I know I have to, but I've never met any of them. So thank you for not killing me. I'm thumbs upping right now. Please don't kill me. Thank you. I like living.
Yeah. Okay.
Although I kind of would love to have like a crazy female stalker. I know that sounds weird, but I kind of think I should have one.
What? So
spoiler alert!
What the hell?
It's the codependent girls, but I kind of wish, that I didn't know them.
I think we're adding to your internet persona here. So far we have pimp, kills
we're not.
Asian men, likes to make women cry. Get on it, internet. Add this to the wiki.
Who has?
I want it to be a thing.
The codependent girls are stalking him. And what else? I don't know. Yeah. No, I mean, no one. I love everyone I work with. I love everyone I've ever met. Like, who's come out to meet me. I mean, how can I hate someone for being like, I wanted to come meet you? Like, that's a total honor, right? I mean, I love everyone who wants to work with me. Like, Trish and Cheeb and Melissa, Evie, and you. I love them. They've done nothing but help me. TV, the Oxcast, Krendor, literally everyone I've ever worked with. Pride. I love those guys. Mindflame. They've, the RPG Makers crew, all of them. Even the ones who are always too busy for us, Maywis. I love every single one of them. And so I may act silly and be like, I'm going to kill all them Chinamen with my rock music, and then I'm going to go find me a model and her. But really, I'm just after this, you want to know what I'm really going to do after this? I'm going to go and edit videos. I might take a nap and then go back to editing videos. That's the kind of guy I am. So, yeah.
I'm now being yelled at because I'm not actually picking everybody's questions. I'm sorry, I'm only one man with the help of another co-host.
I got a question.
Also, OMG Squirrel thinks he's found your phone number. So yeah, about those extra creepy stalkers you were talking about, Jesse, that you don't have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's possible.
You're gonna get a phone call in the middle of the night with a clip from Taken, just playing.
Oh no! I'll do the Taken part. I'll be like, I will find you.
Hirozen asks, "Are you going to be doing a series for DayZ?"
Oh no! Apparently it's DayZ.
Sure.
A series? I don't know about a series. I might do it for fun every now and again. But I don't know about series because I can't handle that game. It's by the end. You guys saw a 40-minute cut version of that when you saw the video, but we did 4 hours of that game, and it's so frustrating. It's like the scares are okay. They're jump scares. It's kind of fun, but those happen rarely. What happens is.
It's the psychology of the whole game.
No. It's you'll spend an hour, 2 hours slowly wandering through the woods, trying not to attract attention, trying to hide, being low, crawling on the ground, sneaking around, finding a few items here and there, trying to find a gun or a weapon, finding a freaking hatchet, but you can't use the hatchet to kill zombies. You have to use it on wood because that makes damn sense. And then you're just crawling around trying to survive, and then all of a sudden. Zombies will attack you. You have one option to run. You can either run or run out into the water. If you run into the water, you lose all your items, but you can at least avoid the zombies a little bit. If you're inland and a zombie finds you, 90% of the time, they will follow you forever. And you just might as well die. And you can't punch them, you can't kick them, you can't do shit to the zombies. It's so annoying. So, at the very end of that video, I cut it, but after about an hour and a half of not seeing, we saw zombies but not getting attacked by any, zombies literally spawned on us because people entered the server. And so we got chased, and I had to run around, and I ended up running, even though after I edited at that point, but I ran off into the woods, way up into the mountains, and 3 zombies still chased me the entire way. I was ducking, dodging, jumping off cliffs. I broke a leg trying to get away from them. I'm still running. I'm climbing a mountain. They're still chasing me. After a while, it's just all right, well, you're dead. If a zombie finds you, you're dead. So, at that point, it becomes less of a surviving an apocalypse sim and more of a sneaking around Metal Gear Solid style, weapons. We found one gun in 4 hours. It was so frustrating. So, it's definitely a game where I could see being fun with a lot of friends, having a lot of friends on, doing a lot of stuff. That would be fun as hell. But... is it frustrating? You're damn right it's frustrating.
Yeah, it's fun because we got all the NR guys together. We had Johnny and I think a few other people as well. It was me, Drew, Johnny, and some other co-host that I can't remember the name of. I think one of them was named Tater. So yeah, and it's actually really fun. And when you actually do get your weapons and you kind of know what you're doing, it's even more tense because you have to worry about the zombies. And there were points when we were sending out Drew in Texas into the city to look for shit and all that, and we were just looking over him with binoculars oh, this guy's gonna die horribly. They're fucked.
You get really paranoid once you find a lot of stuff.
Yeah. There were really people sniping at us in the city, and we had no idea where they were, so we're just booking it through the trees, and yeah, it takes on a whole other level of tenseness, I guess, when you actually do have something to lose. Because you work so long to get all your stuff, and then boom, it's just like, whoa, fuck, I'm dead. Yeah, it can be kind of evil.
Yeah,
and
no,
this
you're
is
right.
going to be this is going to be the very last question of the show, and I think Mr. Jesse Maximus Cox is going to be very happy. He says, Jesse, when are you bringing back Crimnox?
Whenever again, this is one of those questions that I hate to give you the same answer I've given all night for group questions, but whenever I can get all three people in the same place at once. I mean, that's really it.
Yeah.
It always comes down to that. I wish I could get more stuff done, but it's just it comes down to everyone having different work schedules and trying to do their own thing, and it's really hard to get people together. I mean, that's it.
Mm-hmm. To Snake in the chat, the song played at the break was Rocket Dragon by Machine Eye Supremacy. Or Machina. I don't know how you pronounce it. Whatever. Anywho. That's basically the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 5:57. We end in 3 minutes. I'm going to reserve this last little bit for shamelessly plugging everything. Anything you kind of want to shout out to, Jesse?
Not really. Thank you guys. I go to jessecox.com or at Jesse Cox on Twitter. There's OMFG Gaming, or it's actually OMF Gaming on Facebook. There's also the Jesse Cox on Facebook, and OMFGcata on the YouTubes. Also, go check out Shabuzi.com. That's where we host our server. There's a bunch of fun stuff that happens there, and be sure to do Shabuzi.com if you want to go see a cool Minecraft server as well.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, I'm going to quickly give a shout-out to a few shows who asked. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check out other shows just like mine, go to Johnny Boy's Royal Failure. Johnny Boy's show is Old Blues and New News and Desert Island Discs, and King John, check him out as well. His show is named Royal Failure. And that's that for that. I actually remembered to plug them. And if you guys want to join us for game night, Drew should be posting the link to the Steam community group, so go check that one out if you want. We should be having a game right after this. And if you guys want to check out my YouTube channel, I'm going to shamelessly plug this because I'm awful. Go check it out. 1080p videos, all that nonsense. I put a decent amount of work into it, although not nearly as much as Jesse. I try to have at least an episode a week, but that should happen a little bit more with time and summer break, but we'll see. So thank you guys for tuning in. We should be transitioning seamlessly over to our game session now, hopefully. Anything else anybody wants to add? I feel as if I've forgotten something, but I don't care.
I don't think so.
Thank you for coming on to our show, Jesse.
Well, thank you guys for having me. It was fun.
A wild robotic Apollo has appeared. Yeah, thank you for joining us, Jesse. Hopefully we can have you again sometime later down the line.
Sounds great.
Yep, alright. What should we play as music to send off the show? I'm thinking once I find it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, to send us off, we're going to play Breaking Benjamin, Blow Me Away. Have a good one, guys.
You are listening to Nordicil Radio.